Welcome back, everybody, to Hates the Name Plays Monster Train. So, on our last episode, we tried this run right here with the Stygian Guard as our primary and the Awoken as our allies on Covenant Rank 1, and we got our butts kicked. I'm back today after a good night's rest, for a little bit of redemption. So, let's see if we can make that happen. Alright, so they're giving us a good damage spell, times two, and then a good frostbite spell. And I think the problem we ran into is we were kind of playing both when we should really focus on one or the other. So sap, that means we're going to rely less on our units for damage and more on our spells for damage. That could still work in either direction. Let's see what our relic is first. Okay, apply 2 spell weakness to enemy units when they enter the floor below the pyre room. So that's only going to happen at the top. Or a 50% chance to apply dazed when an enemy unit enters your train. This is a tough choice. This does play into our spell damage, but I think it's so late in the train that it's not necessarily the greatest. I mean, it could save us from taking pyre damage from those early units that actually make it up to that third floor. But this is also quite nice. It saves us from taking any damage on the first floor to our units. So I'm going to try that. And I think, let's see. So yeah, we have the choice again of a frostbite build or a spell weakness build. Um, Looking at our deck, it does kind of seem like we have more leaning towards spell damage than frostbite. So I think that's where we'll look to go on this run. So I just got to kind of keep that in mind as we go forward here, that we're not going for frostbite. So don't even look at the frostbite stuff. I mean, unless it's exceptional, but no, don't even look at it. Okay, turning on that armor to get that extra unit. Mandatory first trial. Let's see what we can do early on. Okay, so you're gonna apply spell weakness when you hit. The thing about this guy applying spell weakness is it doesn't help us this turn. It only helps us once they've gone through the combat phase, obviously. So then once they're on to the next phase here. Fortunately, that's okay because that frostbite spell doesn't really benefit from spell weakness. Okay, I'd like to kill this creature here. He doesn't actually deal damage, so it's okay if he makes it all the way up to the top. I would like to hit these with spells, which means I'll put a train steward here to take care of that guy, and then I'll just use spells here. And I think this will be all right, though. Because of the daze, they didn't actually kill my train steward, so that's kind of nice. Um, let's see. I think between, yeah, spell weakness and that, we can kill that unit, and we can kill that unit. And then we could do that, but I think we're better off just putting a little heal on our tank there, quote unquote tank. Okay, so they're coming in dazed again, which is quite nice. Um, let's see. That's 9 damage. It's not enough to kill this unit. I'm not sure if I should focus on killing that unit though, or if I should go for more damage on this guy. Here's what I'll do. I'll hit this guy hard, and then I will get this guy killable by my train steward. Actually, he's gonna die, but then he'll be killable by my champion at least. Oh right, they were dazed, so my train steward attacked first. So that did work out. Now I just need a good damage spell, and I didn't quite draw one of my better ones, unfortunately. but this still pretty good damage. He's taking 20 overall damage. Might as well hit him with that. It's free. It's free, buddy. That gets us a little more damage, so he's surviving with 2 HP. We'll be able to get him on the next floor. It's not a super fast boss kill, but I'm not sweating the little things right now. Yeah, still kept the pyre full health, so I'm pretty pleased with that. Now, if we're gonna be doing spell damage, then these two are out. This is the one we're looking for. And I do really like that Titan's offering, or is that what it's called? Titan's Gratitude, yeah. I do quite like that one. I think we're gonna need some tankier units, so one of these two is pretty solid. Unfortunately, I don't think, well, I'm not sure actually. This might work with spell weakness because it deals damage and it is the spell dealing damage to the front unit. I'm gonna try that. If I can get a hollow, which is exactly what I'm looking at right here, that's really nice. Now it's a choice of between the Awoken Hollow or the Thorned Hollow. The Thorns are pretty nice for like that spike buildup. This unit does get stronger every time you heal them and gets more max HP. So tough choice. I think I will try this guy though. That might have been a bad choice, but I don't think it's too big of an issue. Like both were good. One might have been better. Now I could go for an Awoken unit and hope to get another Hollow. Uh, though we are kind of hoping to get our spells extra juiced up. So, I mean, I wouldn't mind going this route and pumping up my spells. And it looks like we're going to be getting more units on this next track, so I will go this route to see what I can do for my spells. Okay. Permafrost doesn't interest me a ton. Uh, let's see, what would I put that on? Not a lot. Maybe one of these so that when I don't cast it, it stays in my hand, but it's not amazing. What does that do? That's a lot of healing, so that would be a ton of damage. It does consume it though, so I'm not sure I want to do that. Doing something like that seems alright. It turns this card into a much more damaging spell. So, I mean, I've explained that a few times before that I think it's worth upgrading these base cards so that rather than just purging them all from the deck. I don't mind making this cheaper, although we might upgrade our champion in the future to make damaging spells cheaper already. So maybe I will hold off on that, and in which case I think I'm just going to do a reroll and see what we get. Holdover. Holdover could be exceptional for us. I think I do want to hold over on one of these, just because this is going to be our biggest damage spell for a while, I think. And if I can, yeah, if I can juice up that damage, wrong one, by an extra 10, so that's doing 35 twice. That's pretty good in my books. I don't think we have anything that's worth spending the last bit of our gold on, so we will just carry on to our next fight here. And I'm feeling pretty decent about this setup. Giving them spikes. We're gonna do it. We need the gold. I'm not crazy about spikes. They just I've had bad experiences with giving the enemy spikes in the past, but I think we'll be fine. I can off 2 of them immediately. I unfortunately can't target this unit at the back. How many spikes do they have? 3. I think if I play this, if I play both my units and this card, it'll kill these two. And then this guy will kill this unit, and this guy will kill this unit. So he'll take 3 damage from the spikes, which is half his health, but he will survive. And so all that's really mattering there, and it's keeping them from running up to the third floor. I've got a few dazes in there, so that's good. I think it's a good idea to put this guy down here. He'll get me the gold, and it's a solid way to make sure that we get units put out. Although with haste, they might skip that floor. But since we have something like this, we can kind of take care of that, and I think we'll just kill them both with our holdover spell. A brief respite. I wonder if I can cast this when there's no enemies. I might. I think I'll put a unit up here just in case the boss does get to haste up to the next floor, and I see that I didn't keep enough mana for this, which is unfortunate because I did want to hold that over. Okay, this is a big one. I should kill this guy first. I think this is a good move. Then do the big heal for a lot of damage. Yeah, 55 damage is pretty good. Then I'll kill this guy so that there's no haste. You're doing 5 damage. If I give you an extra 3 health, that doesn't actually buy you an extra turn. You'd need 4 health. If I give you 3 health, though, that does buy you an extra turn. So now you're taking 100, and that's pretty solid. We'll get him on the next floor for sure. Or do you have sweep? Oh, yeah, it has sweep. I didn't even notice that, but not a big deal. Still taking it out. All right, get our trial gold there. Okay, so we're not looking at this because we don't have we don't have frostbite build. We are looking at both of these though. We do have Titan's Gratitude that causes a discard, so we could try to make the offering system work. It's to the front enemy unit and pushes it to the back. That's kind of interesting. But I mean, also applying spell weakness to a unit is pretty solid. It doubles the damage on any spell. And like we could cast that on the bottom floor even so that we can get some early spell weakness done. I think that's pretty good. Upgrading Glimmer to do some real damage and some real healing, I think that'll be a pretty solid choice for us as well. It's good AoE. Now, if I'm going to duplicate something, what would I duplicate? Maybe my strong holdover spell, although that gets pretty expensive. Um, but nothing else is really upgraded, so I could duplicate something that's not upgraded and just have to upgrade it again in the future. Like Energy Siphon could be alright, Glimmer, Titan's Gratitude, and then I'd get a Stygian unit. Or I go this route, get another Awoken unit, random artifact. Because I don't have anything upgraded that's really super worth duplicating, I'm going to go this way. And these are both reasonably good. Like drawing extra cards could get us more spells to deal more damage, but I think we got to go with the magic power. It's not like a huge buff to our magic power, but it's still pretty nice. And here, I'm not sure if I'm not sure which one we should really be looking at more closely. Like this unit isn't super tanky, so they're not a great tank, and the sweep damage is a bit low. Whereas this one's, yeah, obviously not a tank, but still pretty strong for damage purposes. We'll have to upgrade her if we want to make her super useful. But I think that's okay. We'll just need another tank because right now we only have the one in the deck. Okay, so this is the choice of money gain. Now we can do 5 damage to an enemy unit and if we kill them, we get 50 gold. Or we can just purge it from our deck, spending X and get 30 times whatever we spend. I usually like to go with this one just because it purges from the deck and then I don't have to worry about it anymore. But I think we could actually make this one work. It's kind of like a torch. The fact that it can target the enemy at the back of the, like the unit at the back, makes it kind of interesting to me. And I think it normally only does 2 damage, but because of this, it's up to 5. So that should give us, yeah, we could even kill a explosive barrel or whatever they're called with that. So that could turn out all right. Now here, this seems like a good choice to just take care of all of these units. Probably I don't want to put something, like I could put this guy down here and then hit him with the heal. That would kill the front unit. And then I could do this to kill this back unit and then put this guy down. That's not a terrible choice because I do like to get them set up on the bottom floor because of the spell weakness. I want to get that applied as soon as possible. Not to mention there's a 50% chance they're coming in dazed. So I've talked myself into it. Basically, I'm just going to play my hand. I don't need to do this actually. They're already going to die, and if this doesn't kill them any faster, so I will just do it like this. I maybe could have cast that on the top floor and hit the boss with a bit of frostbite. That wouldn't have been a terrible idea. Okay, so I feel like I want to hit this guy with a heal. Um, it's weird that this didn't blow up last time. I thought it would. Yeah. What? Why didn't it trigger on this unit's turn? Weird. Okay. I think we're gonna put a trained steward and a animus of will up here because we don't have a better tank for the animus right now, which means we do need to kill this. And then I want to hit this guy with a heal, and that should be good. Now it finally blew up. I'm not sure why. Was it dazed, maybe? I didn't even think of that. Can we daze those bombs and then they don't blow up? It is dazed. That's totally what's happening there. That's crazy. I don't know if that's a good crazy or a bad crazy in this case. Okay, hitting these units with this seems pretty solid. You're not dying, but you are close. This doesn't consume, so I could kill her that way. Well, that'd get her killed too. So with that, here's the thing. If I'm gonna cast a spell to kill this, this makes the most sense, gets me some gold. Next, I want to worry about, like, this will kill the front unit, but it leaves the back unit pretty safe. I could do this to do a little damage to everybody. But I think the one that makes the most sense is this. And then we can just, well, this unit's not dying, so maybe I'll just make sure it does die. Though I do feel like we still need to keep healing our tank here, otherwise he will die. Even though we're getting pretty lucky with those days as they come in. I don't like this unit here. And I'm not sure I can kill that unit before they move up. Well, maybe I can. If I cast these... Oh, I don't have enough mana to cast these 3 spells. That's problematic. Well, I can kill the first 3 units, and then it doesn't matter if that back unit moves up on its own. So we'll just do it like that. You're not dying, but neither are you, so I'm okay with it. I think we're at the end of that. Great, that unit comes in dazed. That's good in my books. We want to kill this so it doesn't get to blow up and kill my units. I'll put this guy down up here, I think. That takes care of that. Excuse me. And then, do we hit this unit like quite hard, or do we do a heal and then hit this unit just a little bit? I think because she's dazed, we can afford to let her move a little bit. And it said we're already killing this back unit, so there's no haste to worry about. Um, you're dead already. You're surviving. Okay, you do 9 damage, so 27? So I need to heal you a little bit. This is probably the better choice for healing because it does a little damage as well. And then I think this is our best damage source, so we'll do that. So we're gonna need to do a bit of heavy lifting on the next floor, but with this spell weakness, I'm hoping we didn't draw anything really good for spell damage. Okay, I mean, these are zero cost spells. This does 5, this does 6. It's a bit of a waste of the spell weakness, but I mean, I could hold out on spell weakness and just focus on. No, it won't keep him alive for even one attack, even at full health. I could put a train steward down up here. I don't want to waste all of the spell weakness on really low damage spells, so I'm kind of. I don't know if that. Okay, that didn't burn through spell weakness because it doesn't actually do any damage, so that's alright. I'll hit this guy with a heal, and then I'll pass. And I really need this next turn, I need to draw one of my damaging spells. I did not get super lucky, and that's highly unfortunate. Yeah, we're gonna add some more spell weakness here. And that's a 9 damage spell, and I think that's our best damage, so sadly, this is all we can really do. And now it's up to our Pyre, who's gonna take a good chunk of damage here. Oh, and that's another crushing defeat. I think we had something there, but we didn't draw any of our damage spells once the boss was actually weak to spells. So, bit of bad luck. Maybe I should have focused on adding a few more damage spells. We're gonna roll this back and we're gonna do it again. Third time's the charm, or maybe fourth time if you count. Ah, we don't count that. All right. Looks like we've got spell weakness again, focused pretty good on there. What are you doing? You're going to the first spell card played each turn is going to be consumed. I think we can still build a spell deck and just kind of work around that. Because like it says here, you better bring more of them if you hope to succeed. So we'll just bring an excess of good spells, hopefully. Gaining extra mana on the first turn's interesting, especially if we can get lucky and get that artifact that holds over extra mana. Or Ember, sorry. 50% chance to apply silence is interesting, but I don't know if silence is as good as it sounds. Like you hear silence and you think, oh, that's going to be great, but it doesn't often turn out that way. We've got to go spell weakness here. I do kind of hope we can get the champion ability to make my damage spells cost less, because I think that's pretty nice and synergizes well with the spell weakness build. This unit has sweep, but he wouldn't survive against these, so best not to. It's weird that there's only 3 up here and 4 here. I thought they usually put 4 on each floor. He's gonna take 4 damage from this guy, and there's not a lot I can do to prevent that, sadly. But I do feel like I need to play him. I'm gonna hit this guy with a bunch of spell weakness and, hit him as hard as I can there, but maybe I should have focused more on taking these guys out. I just figured I would leave it to my pyre, which isn't a brilliant move, but dang, that's gonna be hard to get to. Even if I play 2 trained stewards and off one of these units, this guy's getting away. I think there's nothing I can do about that now. So the smarter move is to focus down here. And do we want to heal this guy? I think he's not going to get targeted unless this guy dies. So we'll work on some damage up front. This isn't my ideal start, obviously, taking some pyre damage and really needing to, maybe I'll save that for the boss, although the boss is coming next and this is going to go in my discard. Though I am going to shuffle it through, so it could come back up. Okay, let's do that and hit that unit that way. Now it's dead. You don't do damage, so I'm not too worried about that. I have nothing that targets these back units. Yeah, nothing at all. I don't even have that vine pull or whatever it was called from the last time, which is unfortunate. This is all I have for damage spells, so that's what I'm going to go with. We need you to survive 1 extra round. Right. Wasn't going to survive an extra round because of that back unit. We'll hit this guy with this, though we don't have any damage spells in hand, so it doesn't really help a ton. There. He's taking 97 of his 100 and whatever HP. So now we've got him. It wasn't an excellent first turn or first combat, but okay. We've got stuff to work with here. I wouldn't mind getting all 3 of these cards, honestly. If I could make those discards work with the offering abilities, that is a pretty neat system. And I think there's potential for some really strong effects there. But I gotta go with that very consistent double hit card. It's consistently one of our stronger spells. I do feel like we need more units. We're gonna get a chance here to get some more units, so that's good. I think that's what we'll do on the next floor. And right away, I want to upgrade this to make it even stronger. If I'm going to make something cost less, I don't really value these in my deck currently. They're not bad, but I mean, they don't really work with what I'm trying to accomplish. I never really keep the frozen around. I don't feel like it's worth the slot. Applying 2 spell weakness seems fine. So yeah, we'll do that. And then maybe doing that again. Yeah, I like this. Making it as strong as possible while still only costing 2 is quite nice. I don't think we have much else to upgrade there, so we're just gonna go with that for now. Excuse me, I'm just gonna have a bit of coffee here. Good stuff. Okay, we're gonna turn this on because we need the scale. So we got lots of energy on our very first turn, so we can play out our whole hand pretty much every time. They're pretty scary. They're gonna hit pretty hard. This is kind of an interesting move to remove that haste from them. So I think that's worth doing. Um, Still, if I put a unit down here, it's just gonna get murdered by that 9 attack each. They're only gonna go down by 2. They'll go down to 7 attack each by this floor. I can hope to draw some damage spells by the time they get up here. And I mean, it's kind of a weak hope, but that's all I've got to really work with right now. There's no point in making them weaker to spell weakness because they're 1 health, so not a lot to worry about there. Um, okay, so killing this unit does seem pretty important. So I think we'll just do that again. And the fact that that keeps working is quite nice for me. Then I kind of like this option just to take out 2 of them. And it saves both of my units' lives, so that's pretty good in my books. Brief respite, I don't mind that. This is kind of nice to take care of that guy. Sadly, I have no damage spells to take care of this unit. I'll put this guy down here now. He's gonna take 8 right off the bat, and there's no way I can heal above that, so honestly that's kind of useless, but I don't know what else to do there. We'll hit this guy with that. Apply a couple spell weakness. Really unfortunate, but I don't think I can actually hit this unit behind here. Like at all. I can hit this guy for 24, maybe. I could put this out front. Um, I mean, in the back, and then that'll give me an extra 5 damage. That's not a ton, obviously. So I think this makes more sense. So that's 18 and 6, 24. They're gonna have haste and move up to the 3rd floor, so they're totally missing my champion. I'll do that to kill this guy. Mostly because I don't have a lot of better options anyways. That was a pretty good hit, and I think that's gonna save us a lot of fire damage, but sadly we are still taking a rather high amount. This deck really needs to start scaling fast. I think this is what we have to go with here. Um, we'll need more. We'll need more. Oh, I should finish my sentence. We will need more damage spells and more discard engines to make that really worth it. We do need a tank. I think this guy's a better tank than this. This unit is an interesting sort of tank, but the fact that every time I play a spell, it loses 5 of its health does make it less of a tank, so I guess we'll go with this guy, the Hollow. And something we were missing last time on our tank that I think we can try to make happen this time is he didn't have any starting health. This is a very familiar choice. We're going to stay with that one. But yeah, we need some starting health, and that's exactly what we're getting here, so that's really nice. Because, yeah, he gains 40 max health when he gets put out, but he only has 15 to begin with, so unless you're getting good heals on him regularly, it's easy to have it get killed off. Now, I think I really like putting Quick on this unit, just so that she has the chance to hit first. And I should have looked at how much gold I have, because now I can't do anything with this. Let's see what we have here. Oh, Okay, we have a chance to duplicate a card or duplicate a card five, or, not duplicate, but copy a card 5 times. Um, I'm not sure if there's any card that we want to see 5 copies of in our deck. I wouldn't mind getting a copy of him because we do need another tank, and he's already been upgraded. I don't think I'd mind getting another copy of this card just because we do need those high damage spells. And I think that's about all we would be interested in copying. So we are just going to take a single copy. And right now, I said we need damage spells, but we also need some survivability on our units. So I think I'll go with another tank. And I'm sure the other spells will trickle in as rewards and the like. Yeah, like there's a magic shop here, so that'll be a good chance to go this route. I think this side makes sense, especially since we have a need for pyre health. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes when we get there. Let's take on our next fight here. Feeling they enter with a damage shield. That's a bit annoying. That's going to be hard to take out. Um, Feeling a bit better about our deck though, now that we've got some actual tanks to sit out front. So I can apply spell weakness. I might as well. I would like to put this guy up here, but I don't think it's worth having him take 10 damage right away. Or is it? Just to have him out here? I also kind of like putting this down, but they're already dying. So maybe it makes sense just to do that. And I've got enough mana, I should also do that. I do need to keep healing these units, so that'll be important too. That's pretty good. Now, is it better to hit this unit? That won't break the shield, actually. So this is probably the better move. I can apply some more spell weakness. Let's do that. That seems like a reasonably good idea. And I'm pretty sure we'll be able to kill her with most any spell. Like that. So that's solid. Let's try and keep this guy healthy and alive. There's no point in playing these units up here because they would just die to the explosion. So we are out of actions there. I like a glimmer down here. This is a bit rough too, though. Like a glimmer here. I mean, it does 4 damage, not a ton. What I was thinking is I could then take this thing out before it gets to deal its 10 damage, which is pretty nice. I do want to try and kill these units off before they get too high, because our pyre isn't exactly super healthy right now. Okay. I can just apply this to this. Yeah, that seems reasonably good. Um, sadly, sadly I can't kill this unit with anything because it didn't give me attack spells. I don't mind this because it makes the boss spell weakness go up. I like this. Takes out that front unit. Does make this unit slightly more damaging. They're almost dead though. Which one would I rather get a little extra health and a little extra spikes on? I guess this one, that way we start working her down a little faster. So again, we're taking pyre damage here, and it's not great. Don't get me wrong. You have 7 health. I can kill you with a glimmer. No, I can kill you with this though. I think that's okay. A glimmer here does kill this unit, but I feel like we gotta kind of focus on hurting the boss. Now that we have this, 225 twice? Yeah, okay. What was I even worried about? Okay, of these options, this one's interesting. I would have to make it cost a lot less, but that would help those spiky tank units of mine. Plus 10 health and applies 4 spikes straight up. Obviously, these can be pretty nice if it hits my multi-strike unit or one of my tanks or even my champion, but I often find it doesn't come up fast enough and it doesn't hit the right targets often enough that I am a bit disappointed with Channel Song, honestly. I know it can be really strong, but I haven't even really tried the Cycle of Life spell, so I'm going to try that. We already have 2 tanks. We could use a third on the 3rd floor. We don't really need this, but I think this might be an interesting choice. If we upgrade our capacity, we could fit one of these units on the same floor with the tank and another unit behind, like the multi-strike unit or our champion, I think. Maybe just our champion. The multi-strike unit would be 2, 2, and 3, and I think that's a bit too big. Um, that said, I kind of want to get the energy upgrade, just so we can make sure we can afford as many spells as possible. She's not super strong in either category. Like, she's not really a tank, and she's not really a strong damage dealer. Even with the incant, she's only getting 1 of each. Oh, tough choices. I'm so out of my element with this deck that I'm not really sure what the best choices are. I was leaning towards this. This has some more interest to me now as a result of the fact that we just took that unit. But I think we need to focus on our spells, which means we need energy. We gotta be able to afford them. And I think this is the route we were hoping to take. Missing out on a couple things there, but that's okay. We needed the health, we get some money, and hopefully we can get a good upgrade or two on some of our spells. So -1 cost is kind of necessary for this. And I don't think there's really like that's not bad for sure. That can stack up pretty hard. This one could be good to apply to. I don't really want this to consume. Does this add a cost? Yeah, it does. So it'd make it cost 1, but applies 2 spell weakness to every unit. That is interesting. I like to use this on these spells because it makes them decent and it makes them consume, which is about equivalent of purging them from my deck, almost. I'll do it. And now I'm like, do I have enough money to make it worth re-rolling? I think I'm gonna try for it. Yeah, and we were kind of hoping to see this. I can make this cost 1, and I think that's pretty solid. I can also make this cost 2. That's also quite nice. Just because we don't really have a discard engine, so there's not really a good way we're going to make that offering system work. So we will have to cast it if we want to use this. So I think I'll upgrade that. And then this is pretty solid no matter where it goes. Oh, this is a good choice. Easy choice there. And yeah, I think that actually turned out pretty good for us. Sadly, we don't get the option to make our damage spells cheaper, so we will continue with the spell weakness build. Giving non-boss enemy units a multi-strike. I mean, it's not it's not going to be easy, but I think we're now in a decent position, so we can afford to take a few more risks. And yeah, we needed this guy. That's going to be important. Do you give haste? You do. And you enchant with haste. Yeah, yeah. So, okay. We've got some interesting options. We're going to play you. You. Oh, we just got an achievement for some reason. I'm not really sure what for. Should I play this? I kind of have too good to use syndrome with this. How much space do we have on this floor? Yeah, see, if we get a capacity upgrade, we could fit this unit in here as well, which would be kind of nice. I just need this unit to die, and it's already dying, so I might as well just leave it at that. Because this guy doesn't deal damage, so what do I care if he it moves up? I mean, other than the fact that he's blocking that now, which is a bit annoying. Okay, we're gonna play this tank out front. That seems important. Hit this guy with a big heal and a big damage effect, which I should have made him spell weakness, given him spell weakness before doing. We're gonna play our hand a bit here. So yeah, I kind of messed up there, and then unfortunately, there's nothing I could do to hit that unit in the back. If I get the opportunity to work around hitting the unit in the back somehow, I think I'm gonna have to take it. Let's put this guy out front as something of a blocker. We can kill that guy, or we can work on this guy. How much damage are you dealing? 10? I'm dealing 11, but I can't really prevent you from dealing that damage. So I'll prevent this damage. Seems like the better choice. There's no space for the train stewards left. I think my next upgrade is going to have to be capacity. Okay, this is a pretty good time to glimmer. And you're not taking a lot of damage. Could make you take another, 8 roughly damage here. Something. Honestly, that's actually pretty solid too. I think we'll be able to kill that guy off with a damage spell on the next turn. If he's not already, yeah, he's not already dying. Um, he's got 2 spell weakness. Oh, that'll definitely do the trick. And I think I do want to do it that way, so I can use this here. And that's pretty nice. That's very nice. I'm just gonna. Oh, dang it! I should have cast this first. Well, lesson learned there. Let's give this guy some more spikes and health. Okay. Spikes, health, and killing the back unit. That seems solid. And then we'll do that, because that's obviously our best damage spell. Now, is it better to do 6 damage or to regen 3 health? You're doing 10, so 3 is not gonna give you an extra turn, but it will give them extra spikes, which isn't as much as 6 damage, I don't believe. So this is the better choice. And he's got a pretty good stack of spell weakness here, so this is the way to go. I think that'll get us the kill. We just need to purge these from... I'm not actually sure if we need to purge those from our hand, but just in case. 660 damage there is quite nice. Oh, that's interesting. I haven't actually had the Pyre Wall before. Oh, look at that. That must be what we had an achievement for. I'm not really sure why like what we did to unlock this guy, but glad to have him. That new clan that we can try out next time. Okay, what are we going with here? This one armor per spell doesn't seem amazing. Deal one damage to a random enemy unit 5 times. It's not amazing either. It could hit the units at the back, but that's pretty like high hopes. Applying dazed one to enemy units and then discarding your hand. I like this. I can play it last, or I can play it when I have an offering card, and it'll come in handy. Now, here, we do have some spikes, 10 times the amount of spikes. Like, we had 14, so it'd be 140. But, I mean, it's not exactly our main thing, is to make spikes. I know this can deal with the whole capacity thing we were worried about, but we're not exactly unit dependent, so I don't think this is really that great to put in our deck. This is an interesting card. If we can make it cost 0 just by upgrading it once, it kind of pays for itself, or like even better than that. As is, it sort of pays for itself. It's just 1 health, but then next turn you draw. I'm going to add it and look to upgrade it a little bit. If you give it -1 cost and holdover, it just becomes a solid upgrade. Now, do we want a free relic, or sorry, artifact? I think we do, because we don't have enough money to afford anything here. So yeah, we're going to go this route, get a free artifact. X cost cards get +3 to their value when played. I don't believe we currently have any X cost cards. Nope. So, I mean, we could take that and plan to get X cost cards, but rather than hoping we get it, let's just do this. We do heal our units a fair amount, and that works out for us. So getting this unit a bunch of extra damage is super nice. This is interesting. Like that makes this guy quite quite tanky, but it also makes him quite large. And we were already talking about added capacity. Let's see. This giving 40. I think I could make this work with the champion. If I put this unit out in front of the champion, because the champion in our deck is like 1 capacity large, yeah. So I could definitely make that work. I do like this. Maybe I would put it on the other one. That seems like an alright choice there. And then buff this one to be big but strong. It's interesting choices. I'm not sure if I could have done maybe something better there, but it's not bad. Healing, but when they move up a floor, and these guys are big, I'm not sure we can really risk it. Although these guys are pretty weak, so them being full health when they move up a floor isn't bad. Random artifact is nice. I'm being greedy here, but I think we can. I think because there's those weak units that will die to spells and we do a lot of spell damage, I think we can afford it. Now this is going to be the rare occasion where I probably want to I want to play my unit up here so that when he sweep attacks, he hits everybody. Right now they're stealth for 1, so we won't be able to hit them. Now I could put this down, but then I would not be able to fit a tank in front, so I'm going to put her down up here. We've got lots of mana, so we don't have to worry about anything here, really. Oh, my dogs are coming for a visit. Hi, boys. Um, Playing Dazed right now doesn't seem sensible, obviously. So we'll do that. Actually, I mean, we could have used it, the offering, but it doesn't matter. We had a ton of energy, but nothing else to really spend it on there, unfortunately. So that's dead, which is nice. Oh, there's my dogs talking. Okay, I do need to protect my guy here. I think doing that makes sense because he'll die off, and I'm hoping to draw the other thorned hollow to put here next turn. Um, I could put her down here. She would take 5 damage, but that's not the end of the world. You harvest when something dies. Okay. Though, I mean, he's going to heal between floors, so I need him to take a lot of damage all at once. I think putting this on this unit makes some sense. So we'll just do that. This is going to be a big turn. Yes, we got the guy we wanted. So now my champion feels pretty safe. But I don't know if we're going to be able to kill these units. And since they heal between floors, they're not going to... It's like any amount of damage we deal isn't going to matter. I can just completely wipe this floor out. This is an interesting choice. I think I'll make this guy a little bit stronger. Give him that. Sure, we'll kill off this guy. So the problem does remain dealing with this unit here. If we can make him spell weakness 2, 4, 5, so plus that 2 is 7 times. Oh, I didn't realize we had the big spell here. That's already doing pretty close to killing him. So yeah, we could probably kill this guy. We did it. I'm amazed. And since that worked there, I'm gonna start working this guy's spell weakness up. Though I'm not sure if I want to consume this on him. I want to save this for the boss, probably. If I remember correct, the boss... Well, I probably could have looked at the boss, but the boss may have a lot of stealth, unfortunately. Now, I'd like to kill this guy, but I need to hit this guy with a spell if I'm going to deal with him. And I think this is the way it worked to work that. That worked out rather nicely. Why don't we just make this guy a little stronger? Yeah. Oh, 8 turns of stealth. That's so hard to deal with. So we're just gonna start stacking spell weakness on him. Then let's hit him with this. Oh yeah, it moves him to the back. Doesn't matter because we're killing everything. That doesn't help us since we don't have mana or ember. How's this looking? Only 60 damage. This is a pretty good option. 50 damage extra. Do another one of these. The more spikes he has, the better, and the more health he has, the better. Plus, we can't use this on any floor anyways. So now you're taking 175. That's pretty good. I think with the amount of spell weakness. Okay, we did get a little spell weakness, and with that, we should be able to kill. We should be able to kill him off. Now he's already dead. I just thought maybe we could get a spell to do it too. You don't sweep, no. There. Easy as that. Ooh. What does that one do again? Applies rooted when the enemy enters the floor below the pyre room. So that's pretty good. Against non-boss units, that'll buy us an extra turn to deal with them. Apply Three sap 3 to enemy units. I don't know. I don't think our offering, like our discard engine, is reliable enough to really take that, and it doesn't work with our spell damage kind of effect. This is interesting because it does it 5 times, and I know I passed it up before, but looking at it again, if I gave it like plus 10, uh, what is it called, magic effect or whatever, if I gave it plus 10 damage, that would turn it into 11 damage 5 times rather than 1 damage 5 times. So like every buff that this gets is pretty significant. Though with spell weakness, we kind of want ones that hit hard once rather than hit a lot of times over and over again. Which, on that topic, we could have this to hit pretty hard, although it takes a while for it to build up. Adding another one of these isn't bad. It was doing some decent work for us on that in that fight. So I will add that one, I think. I don't want to add too many because, drawing 2 of those on a turn could be kind of bad. I want to keep upgrading our spells. We're a little light on gold, but that's kind of been the case the whole time, unfortunately. What am I going to remove? Maybe 1 train steward for sure. And then, do we want to remove one of our 6 damage spells? Maybe one of these? They're not bad. Like, I was able to give extra damage to a couple of my units there. But I don't know if I need 2 of them in my deck, so I'll remove 1. Holdover. Holdover can be really good, but I don't know what I would put holdover on. Interesting. I wonder if this didn't have, like, if I could remove consume, then I could put holdover on it probably. Unfortunately, I would have to do it in the other order, so I can't put holdover on it right now. I don't know how holdover would work here. I mean, I guess it would just work. Ah, but here we go. Put holdover and -1 cost on that holdover. Now every turn, we're going to be able to cast that for free. We're going to restore health, which will give us spikes probably. We'll gain 1 more ember, and then on the next turn we'll draw an extra card, which makes up for the fact that this is going to be drawn every turn. So that's the combo we were looking for there. This is making something consume, so I think I want to put it on one of these more than anything else. Just because we want high damage spells that work well with our spell weakness that we were putting on enemies. So I think that was the best option for us there. That's the multi-strike version. That can be kind of rough, but we've got some pretty tanky units with spikes, so that can maybe work in our favor. We do gotta keep the spikes building. Okay. Unfortunately, I did not draw one of the tanky units. So this is going to hit the one out front. I really wish I could have removed consume from this. If I put him down on any floor except for the top floor, he dies. And that's really bad for me because I don't want him on the top floor because the spell weakness does almost nothing up there. I mean, they do get rooted now, so I guess it would kind of work like putting him on this floor. But I still don't really see it. I'll put this unit down, I think. Yeah, I've got so much mana, I might as well make use of some of it. Maybe I'll put this on this guy. I was considering putting it on her because I'm gonna do this, but I would like to kill this guy eventually, hopefully sooner than later. I might do this here. This seems like an alright choice. Now I can cast him. Yeah, that turned out okay. It gets 2 spell weakness on the boss, which is what I usually kind of save that for anyways. Plus my guy hitting the boss put an extra couple spell weakness there. Unfortunately, this isn't the big tank I usually like to put down here, but I don't think I can wait for that big tank. I can if I use Daze actually. So I can put him down here. This isn't my holdover graft, unfortunately. Ah, this is my holdover graft. Okay. That's weird. I thought it says draw. Oh, right, because of the sap tap. I'm drawing one when I heal. That's kind of interesting. So I think we put the heal on you to give you extra spikes. That takes care of this unit, which is nice. Um, you're already up here, so I'm not going to be able to put you behind. Though I will put that multi-strike unit behind. This floor, I'm waiting for the big, whatchamacallit, the big tank. So I'll put you behind up here. You don't really fit anywhere, so we're just going to daze on this floor to keep my champion from dying. And that guy should be killable with spells sometime in the next 2 turns, hopefully. Okay, this is a big one. Important move. This feels pretty important. Do I want you? You're gonna take a lot of damage, so yeah, I better heal you. I can make this thing die a little faster. How much damage do you do? 4? Not a ton. I would like you to die. Sadly, I'm not sure if I can make that happen, even with the spell weakness. Like, I need this thing to die, and it's just not happening right now. So I think this guy might make it up to my pyre. If I can lower his health enough, my pyre's armor could block some of the damage. These are tough choices. Like, I gotta decide where to focus my efforts. Do I want to kill this unit? Do I want to make this unit weaker? Do I want to focus on killing this guy? He does 9 damage. With sweep? She's gonna die. Oh no. I didn't realize these guys had sweep. And they have slay with rage. He's gonna kill my champion too. I don't think I can stop that either. That's very bad for me. 12 damage. So this is gonna die. If I can kill it faster. Ugh, that's not enough damage at all. I was hoping we could kill this faster. Then it's high hopes to think we could kill that in time. Well, that's really unfortunate. Oh, that guy has Incant, huh? Should really pay attention to these abilities. They've got so many different freaking abilities. I'm a little whelmed. That does a chunk of damage. Yeah, I want to kill this guy before he has the chance to kill my tank here. I mean, my champion, not my tank. 2 units with lots of health. 2 units with lots of health. Yikes. Oh yeah, he's getting stronger every time I cast a spell on this floor. Oh boy. Well, looks like my pyre's taking some heat, but what are you gonna do? Do I start building here or do I focus more on this floor? Right, that gave me an extra energy. That's kind of nice. I can do another 5 damage here or another 8 damage through this unit. I would put it on him because he got sweep, but I'm worried about those sweep units coming back through, risking killing my champion. I'm already losing most of my units. That really hurt. Yeah, there's another sweep guy. I'm really glad I didn't do that. This is good. This can bail me out of at least a little bit of this problem. Um, hmm. Dazed 1 on this guy won't really do anything. He's doing 11 damage, he's only doing 3 damage. I'm not sure Dazed is really going to help me a lot in general. I gain back the energy spent there, so that's fine. Hit this guy for a little bit. Then I think we just apply some more spikes. Basically, I'm just trying to make that guy as strong as possible for when the boss shows up. Because the longer he survives, the longer he survives, and the longer he survives, the more spell weakness he applies to the boss. Which is very nice. That's 50 damage, so now you're dead. You're taking a fair bit of damage. See if we can counteract a bit of that. There's no way for me to discard this, so I'll cast it. That seems like a fine option. It does remove the spell weakness I've got on that boss, but it's something. Sorry if you can hear the dogs barking in the background, but they're gonna do what they're gonna do. I don't see a way to kill this guy before he moves up, so it's just another 9 damage to my pyre, unfortunately. I could put him back here for 5 damage, or do that and just give him 8 extra damage. Seems like the better choice. Okay. I think hitting this unit with spell weakness makes a lot of sense. Just keep stacking it on the boss. I don't really have a way to take this this guy out still, just because of this being in the way. Let's keep his spikes building. He's got 24 spikes. That's quite good. Does kind of make me wish I had that that one spell that did damage based on how many spikes the unit had. Okay, so now you are in here. Sadly, I don't have a way to make to like offer that. You're doing 10 times 2. So you're taking 110 right now. I wouldn't mind giving this unit more spikes, but I think my mana is better used on these 2 spells right here. If I give him more spikes through this, that equates to another 2 or 3 damage, 4 damage maybe. So this might be the better choice in this case. And then we gotta hit him with the big, since spell weakness is on, hit him with the biggest spell. And then with that one. And I should try to kill that guy too. But I guess if we kill the boss, it doesn't matter. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to kill the boss on this floor though, or if we're going to have to wait till the next one. So yeah, spell weakness, spell weakness. How much health do you have to heal? You have more than the 10 health, so that's doing 200 damage. That's pretty nice. And now you're dead. Okay. So we don't have to worry about this guy. There we go. Let this play out, and we took some pyre damage here, so it wasn't a clean boss fight, but considering it's one of the tougher versions of that boss, the multi-strike version, I think we did all right. Pyre bound, that means you can only cast it on the floor before the pyre. We do have root there, so we could have it twice. Send all enemy units on this floor and apply daze 3. Interesting. So we would just be putting them into the pyre room and giving the pyre 3 turns to demolish those units. That'll work well against every enemy that gets there, except for the boss. And that's kind of where I'm like, I need to focus on the boss maybe. Applying quick. Let's see, what do I have for units? You're already quick. I could make this unit quick. Unfortunately, it doesn't help how fast I can apply, or I can use that spell weakness, but it's something. Sweep and quick doesn't, it works well together. It doesn't do a lot of damage though. I could make this unit quick. I'm not sure quick is what we really need right now, so I'll go with this, I think. And I was thinking capacity is the way to go here. So I can build up my bottom floor as a little better. Although, wouldn't mind having some more on my top floor as well, since I do root enemies in the top floor. I don't have a ton of money, so this might be a good choice. Getting a heal. I'd also wouldn't mind duplicating a spell or two. Maybe this one, just because it's my highest damage spell. Well, besides this, but single hit damage that is higher on that one. And when they have spell weakness, that's what you need. What do we have coming up? Okay, so this is the final floor. We'll probably want to go this route, which means we will heal and get some money. And there's Merchant of Trinkets. If we went this route, we could use those. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to go this route. It does feel like the better choice right now. And then we'll go the Merchant of Magic next time. I'm not sure that's what they're called, but you know what I mean. And I'm leaning towards duplicating this just because it does a lot of damage. I'm going to check one thing first, and I'm hoping, yes, we get to make our damage spells cost 1 less. I think that's worth losing out on one more spell weakness. And then that's going to make these cost 1 on that floor, so that's pretty nice. Can we afford this? I don't really think we can. It'd probably result in our pyre taking damage. We are going to gain some health, but we are already going to need that health. We're already getting some coins if we go this route, which I think we're going to because getting our spells stronger would be nice. Granted, we are going to consume our spells. I wonder how many spells we have in our deck. Not as many as I kind of thought we would want by this point. But I don't think we can really rely on our units for a lot of damage. The only one who does damage is this unit here. and that's not even a ton. So I don't think going this route is going to save us. Oh boy. I guess we could use the money on the Merchant of Trinkets. I'm just now thinking. So this is kind of a big risk, but I think it's kind of a necessary risk because we need something big for uh, the final floor there to be able to win against that end boss. You only do 2 damage, so I could pretty safely put this unit down here. And I get so much mana early on that it's pretty crazy. And now that we have capacity increase, I can actually put both of these units down here. And then I'll be able to put a tank out front. I might as well do this, see what we draw. He's a 4-size tank. I'm going to need my other tank to go out here, which is acceptable. Unfortunately, this guy has sweep. I just now considered, so she's going to take a bit of a hit. And also Ember Drain, which is really annoying. And that is bad for us. Maybe we can get lucky? We did not get lucky. Maybe we can get really lucky? We did get really lucky. Ah, there we go. The day is saved. Now, I think we can do this and kill off both of them. Leaves this floor a little bit in the lurch, but I think it's actually worth doing. Both because it gets us the money and it kills them both off, and we can hope to get them on the next floor kind of thing. They'll be spell weakened. Okay. I'm not sure if it's worth putting you behind. I could put this unit up here. Again, I'm not even really sure that's worth it. I think I want to hit this guy with spell weakness and then hit him with that, take him out. How are you guys doing health-wise? They are surviving. Those both pay for themselves, so I don't mind doing that at all. Now, I'd like to do a good bit of damage to these units. Oh, good, 26. Yeah, that's nice. I'm going to do that because it takes that unit out. And now, since I have the energy, I might as well just put this guy up here. Oh, shoot, the sweep attack. I always forget about the sweep. Okay. So we're going to hit this guy with spell weakness. Maybe we should focus on this guy, though. Hit him with spell weakness. And then that takes him out. You are currently surviving. Now you are not. Let's heal this guy. Hit him with one of these. And then, yeah. Seems like a good choice. Take away their ability to attack, although I wish I could take away this guy's ability to attack. Sadly, we don't have any offensive spells here. That is one. That's definitely something. So if I do this, cast this first, not that it really matters. That takes care of that guy. This guy's still going to get to sweep my units, which really, really annoys me. Maybe I'll put a healing on him because I know he's going to get hit. And then I'll make this guy slightly stronger, and I have too good to use syndrome for my consumed spell weakness. Okay, we know that the boss is coming. I'll put her down. Cast a spell on this floor for her. I would like you dead. Either one of these works. I would like you dead. You are rooted this turn, so I can leave him alive for now, and this will prevent me from losing. Uh, Although I could play this to discard this card. So that's actually the smarter play. Hit one of these two guys with a regen, and then we do this, and bam, he's dead. I wish I could have dazed on this floor and then had the damage done on this floor, but I don't think it would have worked that way, unfortunately. So now I think I want to hit this guy with Glimmer before putting any spell weakness on him, because I want the spell weakness for this. So let's do that. I drew a Train Steward, it's not great. These pay for themselves, so no point not doing it. 495 is not bad. Do I need to worry about taking this guy out? I mean, he's going to damage my pyre. I could do this, but I really think I need to focus on the boss here. So let's hit him with some spell weakness, and this will do 120. Maybe that was a dumb idea, but it felt like the right move in the moment. This is a bit weak to use that spell weakness, but we're going to apply spell weakness on this floor, so I'm hoping that we draw something good damage-wise next turn. It's kind of where we're at with this deck, is that we're still relying on drawing good damage cards. And that's what this is. That's also this. So he's got, wow, 16 spell weakness already. We're going to increase that a little bit. We'll see if we draw something else to increase it with. Nope. So this is the clear choice for breaking him with 1140 damage. That's a very hard-hitting spell. And with that trial complete, we're pretty rich now. This is interesting. I'm gonna take it. Now we need a spell. We pretty much require taking one or, well, we can only take one, but we require taking a spell. They're all spells, so any one of these is gonna work fine. I like this for the draw, but I could see this coming up actually in a pretty big way. Zero cost is nice, of course, but I think I'm gonna try this in hopes that I can make it work with my tanks. And I think I was planning on going this route so I can upgrade some of my spells. So let's stick to that plan. We have both merchants here. So first let's take a look at what's available. Consume, double stack, and upgrade. Sorry, to remove a cost. What do we have here? Friendly units, pyre damage. At the end of the turn, apply frozen to a random card in your hand. I'm not crazy about any of these. How much health do we have? I mean, that would double her health. But still, I'm not really crazy about any of these options. This is much better. Apply spell weakness to units when they enter the floor below the pyre room. I think we need both of these. And units costing less. I think I gotta focus on upgrading my spells before I bother with that. Double stacking is super nice. Unfortunately, you can't double stack and already double stacked. But still very nice here. Although this is also kind of nice. 2 dazed, so that'll give me 2 floors where they're not attacking. That's significant. Hmm. And I'll always be casting that last. I'm gonna try that. I think this is worth putting on something because we're gonna be losing a lot of our spells anyways to the boss's ability. Let's make this spell do some real damage. I like making this cost less. Now let's see what we get. Holdover. I would really like holdover on this without consume, but we didn't get lucky enough to be able to remove consume from that, sadly. I could make another engraft. It's an interesting idea, though I imagine I'm probably gonna use that to kind of absorb one of the consumes at some point. I could hold over this. That's an interesting idea. I'll try that out. I'm not sure it'll come up a lot, but it's worth trying. Add 10 damage to that. I don't mind that idea, honestly. I could make these heal a little harder. I like this. I actually quite like that. And then -1 cost. What are we looking at putting this on? Maybe this, just because it doesn't get my champions reduced cost. Now I have 80 left. I don't think there's nothing I can afford. I can, and maybe will remove a train steward. Although, okay, this guy's going on the bottom floor with my champion and this guy. She's going on the middle floor, and middle floor. And this is an ideal setup, of course. So then these three can all go on the top floor. So I think that's fine. Let's keep them in the deck. All right, well, ready or not, we're on our final fight. Hmm. I think I have to be a little choosy with when to use spells, but hopefully we'll come out all right. That's 1 damage. I mean, I have right now a ton of energy, so I don't mind putting it out there, but otherwise I'm not too concerned about them. Let's put these guys down. I want to use this, but I don't want it to consume. I do obviously want to put him down, but he would die, and I don't have a blocker for him right now. This guy has a lot of friggin' health. Okay, we're gonna go with that. It's not my ideal start for sure. Not an ideal start. Oh, that consumed. I didn't even think of the consume. What do we get out of here? A strong train steward. Not ideal. And I thought they would fit with her. I was clearly high. Do I put her behind? Sure. Um, and then I think I just play out the rest of these. So that's something. We are definitely off to a not my best start. That's important. This consuming is fine, so I'm going to use this on you. Then I think we hit that front unit for quite a bit there. And we do one of those to really take out those units. We just accept it's 10 damage, not nothing, but I guess it's hitting the armor at least. But what we need to build up we gotta get our stuff set up here. There's no choice. Okay, so we do want to use the consume on this first, so that's fine. Yeah, this seems like a good setup. Put him here. Weird ass noise. And then we'll do one of these. And I did not save energy for this. I am so dumb. Oops. That was my bad. For some reason, I thought that I would have enough energy to cast both of those Scourge effects going into my deck, but I did not. That could be a pretty bad turn of events for us. So this already consumes. So I could put it up here, and it'll hit the boss. So I don't mind that. I'll hit this guy for, yeah, that'll kill him and him. Sadly, you're still not surviving, but we're just going to play out our hand. So now she survives. Boy, this guy's taking a lot of damage. Where's our champion? We need to bring our champion back around. Okay, if something's going to consume, this already consumes. So let's cast that first. And I mean, it's damage. I should have maybe cast it up here. You have 8, you have 4. But I do want to keep this unit alive. And if I hit him with this, I get to heal. This is going to do a lot of damage. This does 0 damage? Yeah. This does 80 damage. That might be worth doing right now. Like, you're taking 21, you're taking 7. But you have more health to lose, but still, I think this is a better choice. Clears this whole row of enemies. Sadly, our top floor was left a bit in the lurch. If we get lucky, we're not getting very lucky with our draws. I'm just going to say that. Oy vey. Okay, what do we do here? I think first we do this, because if we're going to lose a card, then it's probably better to be that. Then let's hit this guy with spell weakness, so that he's more likely to die. Does this kill him? No. We want to kill him and then start hitting this guy. So let's do that. And then this is 1 damage, so we can take the 1 damage and get rid of the 5 damage. He's getting very low on health. Ouch. Big ouch. Final wave, and we haven't even frickin' seen our champion until now? I mean, not seen, that we did see our champion first thing, but still, holy moly, we're in it pretty tight here. Okay, I think this is fine. I think we gotta do that. And I mean, we might as well cast this. And I'm expecting us to lose here. We're gonna need some pretty hefty lifting by our spells. Our cards are gonna have to be perfect here. And I don't see it happening. This consumes anyways, so let's do that. We have enough mana to do all 3 of these, so I think this is fine. Though I do kind of want to cast that now. But I think I have to go with these. 120, and sadly it doesn't have any more spell weakness on him. We didn't get lucky and draw like a ton of spell weakness to apply. That's kind of what we needed. Keeping these guys out front like this is not really helpful for me. I can heal one of these enemies for one, for the sake of drawing and oh good, well, it did 2 damage. Oh, it didn't work with that because it has to be a friendly unit. Well, shit. Here we go. We don't have spikes, so that's doing nothing. And this is going to be the end of us. But you know, we made it all the way to the final boss. This Stygian Awoken combo is just really... I'm having a hard time making it work for me. So next time we're going to try something else. Mix it up a little bit. We don't want to be one note. I mean, maybe this will make a big difference for us. Who knows? Yeah, we gotta come back at this in a future date when we're feeling a little better about it, and hopefully we'll be able to redeem ourselves finally. But thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you on the next one.